A young boy, Young-hoo, stares blankly at the church crucifix. His face is lost, afraid and broken. He's just lost the most important person in his life, his father. But this wasn't a natural death. His father was killed in the most tragic way. His dad, a police officer, had gone out for night duty just like any other night, but a demon-possessed man takes over. While leaning on the car, the man behind the wheel starts the engine and speeds off. The father clings on, trying not to fall, but the car swerves and he's thrown off violently. This is the moment that would destroy the boy's faith forever. Rushing to the hospital with his grandmother, Young-hoo freezes in fear. In desperation, he visits a church to pray. The priest gently encourages him to pray hard, promising God will listen. But when his father dies anyway, Young-hoo snaps. At the funeral, he sees the priest and hurls a crucifix at him, betrayed, angry, and heartbroken. Years later, that broken boy is now a hardened man. Young-hoo enters the MMA ring, but when he spots a cross tattooed on his opponent's back, something triggers deep inside. He starts hearing a sinister voice, urging him to kill, and in a moment of darkness, gives in. On his flight back home, he has a disturbing vision, his dead father calling to him from the darkness. Then, a cross appears in his hand. He tries to throw it, but it won't budge. It burns into his skin, searing deep into his palm. He screams, and just like that, the evil inside is forced out. He wakes up, blood everywhere. His hand is wounded, but the doctors find nothing wrong. That night, the room goes cold. A dark spirit creeps toward his bed, walking over him, but the moment his hands start bleeding, the spirit shrieks and vanishes. Something terrifying is following him, but something divine is protecting him too. His manager tells him about a niece who became a shaman. Curious, he goes to see her. She instantly senses the darkness and sends him to a church, a place she claims holds the answers. He arrives, but before he can even step in, a swarm of bats erupts from the shadows, chasing him back into his car. He's terrified, but what he doesn't know is that inside, something even more dangerous is happening. Inside the church, a priest is performing an intense exorcism. A man possessed by a powerful demon is thrashing wildly. The priest fights with prayer, but he's overpowered. Just as he's flung across the altar, Young-hoo bursts in. Young-hoo reaches out and touches the demon-possessed man with his wounded hand. Instantly, the demon reacts, screaming. His hand is like fire to the creature. The priest doesn't hesitate. He pours holy oil on the man's head, and finally, the demon is cast out. After the exorcism at the church, Father An accompanies Young-hoo home to sanctify his house. The priest slips a cross necklace behind a framed photo of Young-hoo and his late father. He leaves it there, hidden, hoping it will guard him during the night. That night, for the first time in a while, Young-hoo sleeps without any evil spirits disturbing. He finds the cross necklace. He took it and throws it into his closet, but he takes the necklace back out, cleans it, and returns it to Father An's house. This is Ji-shin, who now possesses the demonic ring, worn by the possessed guy who killed Young-hoo's father. A cult leader, and the vessel for the ultimate evil, who worships a serpent in an enclosed place in his clubhouse. A man whose calm face hides a monstrous truth. Wherever he goes, death follows. Young-hun had a terrible night, and had to go back to Father An. Father An gave him a rosary. Young-hun offered Father An a ride to perform exorcism and assisted him in the exorcism. It turned out Ji-shin transferred an evil spirit into her, but the demon just laughs. It throws Father An against the wall, knocking him out. He places his bleeding hand on the girl's forehead. The demon screams in pain. Father An regains consciousness and pours holy oil over her head. But surprisingly, Ji-shin felt it and bled from his eyes, began to hit an image which represents the girl controlling her. But Father An prayers for her, and the image caught fire. Ji-shin proceeded to possess an orphan boy in an attempt to offer his soul to his master. On Young-hun's way to help father with exorcism of the boy, Ji-shin appeared to him and lied that he was Father An Jr., who ran out of the church, further telling him to run away from father, stating that he's a bad person. Father An went alone to perform the exorcism, all by himself, but the demon inside Ji overpowered. But luckily for him, Young-hun interfered on time and cast the demon out. Ji-shin became really furious. At night, Ji-shin possessed a dog to kill the young boy. The next, Father An received the sad news of the boy's passing and decided to visit the morgue with Young Han to pay his respect. But suddenly, Jishin appeared right in front of them, with the intention of using Father An to make Young Han rebuke God. But Father An saved Young Han by pushing the venom into his neck. Out of fear, Young Han rushed Father An to his junior, who ran out of the church to save him. Young Han went back to church after many years and blamed God for allowing Father An get into such situation and left. Young Han was ready to end Joshin once and for all. Father An gave him the cross necklace and Father An Jr. gave him a cape as well as protection. Young Han hopped on his bike and headed to Joshin's hideout. Young Han collected Joshin from the lady that was possessed by Jishin's demon. In Jishin's hideout, his possessed followers stand in total silence as if hypnotized. The cult members attack, their eyes are pitch black, faces blank possessed. Young Han moves fast, fighting with both fists and faith. Every time his bleeding hand touches one of them, they're instantly burned or
knocked unconscious. Young Han rushed into his hideout and sacrificed himself to his master with his blood and stabbed himself with the poison he used to hurt Father, and to become more powerful than ever, he fell into the dark well of water. As he was moving closer to the well of water to find out, a surge of water erupts from the pit violently and uncontrollably like an explosion. Then Jishin emerged from the pit not as the ordinary Jishin anymore, but as a different being. His eyes are black, devoid of humanity. His body is fully marked with ritual scars and demonic sigils, and his finger like that of a beast. The both of them got into an intense and brutal fight. He opened his mouth widely like that of a snake and bit Young Han, causing Young Han to lose balance and fall on the ground. Young Han was nearly unconscious. In that moment of stillness, a vision appears. Young Han sees his father standing in front. He placed his hand on his dad's hand and began to glow. Young Han woke up and his hand then erupts with holy fire, bright and burning, and fought fully charged, hitting Jishin with the burning hand until lost all. Young Han spotted the object in Jishin's body and removed the poisonous horn from his body and burned it with his burning hand. Suddenly, the pit bursts open with water, causing dozens of ghostly, pale hands emerge from the swirling water in the pit, reaching up violently toward Jishin and pull him into the water. Young Han quickly rushed back to Father An, and they embraced each like father and son. We've reached the end. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to this channel to watch more of my movie recap videos.